Lionel Messi has left Barcelona. Now, this is something that a lot of people didn't think would ever happen until he retired or rejoined Nobs. Now, he wasn't without a club for long. PSG acted incredibly quickly, but for a brief period of time, there was a moment, a couple of days, where the question as old as time could have been answered. Can Lionel Messi do it on a cold, wet Tuesday night in Stoke? Now, if the man loved football, he'd have joined them, we could have figured it out. But clearly he doesn't. He just loves money. So, I'm here to do it for you. Some call me Lionel Messi. A lot don't. So I have put Lionel Messi onto Stoke City in FIFA 21 career mode, and we're going to play 3 seasons, starting them off in the Championship. I've changed nothing about the Stoke team. There's no updated transfers or anything because I really don't care that much. But here we go with Season 1. Right, so heading into Season 1, I had one real goal, and that was to get promoted. Preferably by winning the title. I'd like to think that Messi, in the game at least, given that he's kind of like 20 ratings higher than most players in the Championship, that he could probably take us to a title. But before that, I sorted out the team to give us the best chance. Like, obviously, I'm not expecting to literally carry the whole team, and I went around, changed the formation a little bit just to suit him. I wanted to play him centre forward, so I kind of get the most out of him. I figured that him playing on the right wing probably wouldn't be brilliant, because, well, he plays centrally now more than on the wing, and he's just better in game through the middle because he's not the quickest. So I figured he could go in there. Just putting in their best players, players that could rival Messi, like Danny Bart, Sam Clucas, James McLean, Nick Powell, Manchester United legend Nick Powell. These are players with pedigree. Messi's going to do a good job to keep up with them in the Championship. But I sorted the team out, did the formation, and then literally immediately went and did his contract because it's expiring in 12 months. And if I hadn't remembered and I'd got through this season and then someone had signed him on a free, I would have cried. Genuinely cried. He wanted a lot of money, the cheeky bugger. I'm only in the Championship. But I wanted to keep him. He's a pretty important part of the team and the video. Without him there would be no video. He wanted only 1 year. That's all he wanted. He couldn't see his future at Stoke. I intended to change that for him. This is a project I'm building. You might be 33, but in my eyes, you're young. You got potential. I reckon one day this lad could be the best player in the world. And we signed him to a new contract and immediately changed him to a centre forward in the position because I wanted to keep him at like a high rating for as long as possible, because I know he's 33, he's going to decline quickly, especially playing like in the Championship. If he doesn't put up big numbers, he will decline quickly. But I immediately went and simmed through to the first game, but just before I did that, you can see he got 4 goals in 5 pre-season games, which is just insane. That's what I was expecting going into this whole season. But I thought, I'd play the first game because I'm never going to get to play as Messi in a Stoke kit again, realistically, am I? So Derek Ray and Lee Dixon introducing us as we got into the Millennium Stadium. I think it was away. Yep, Millennium Stadium, Cardiff City Stadium, whatever. I honestly don't care. And immediately, Messi went on a Messi run. Messing around, doing them in. Nice little ball rolls, fake shots. You know what? This is the kind of thing that you expect to see from him. But then he gets just boxed out by Nelson. No idea who he is, but apparently he's better than Messi. And there you go, nice little pass. Clucas to Messi. Manchester United legend Nick Powell back to Messi. Down the wing, on his left foot. There's only one outcome realistically. Top bins. And there you have it. Lionel Messi on his debut for Stoke gets his first goal in the Championship. And this is the only game I played because I didn't want to ruin the save. Because if I played every game, he'd just go mental. He'd score like a hat-trick every game. So this was the only one I played. Just wanted to give him a go, see what it was like. And yeah, got the ball again. And who knew that Lionel Messi's weakness, the thing that a lot of managers have been searching for since he was really around, was defence made in Wales. Well, there you have it. And then Jacob Murphy tore me apart in this game. I don't know what was going on with him. I don't know if he's juiced on something, but literally he just tore me a new one every time he went through. Luckily, spoiler if you're that invested, luckily that was the only goal they or he scored. But it just seemed to tear me apart. Lovely little interplay between the main men, Lionel and Nick, and then Messi straight through, basically the same goal as before, and that was pretty much the game. Like, I know there's another half and nothing really happened. I think they had a goal ruled out for offside. The Welsh defence kind of just boxed Messi out after a while, and then that was it. So we started off with a win. Messi off to a good start, 2 goals. You know, it's kind of what you'd expect given playing in the Championship, especially on FIFA. He'd probably get his leg broken in real life, but yeah. And then I went and simmed all the way through to January 1st, which I did every season, just to kind of get a lowdown on the stats, where we were, how Messi was doing. You know, you kind of get the idea. And as you can see, we're doing quite well actually. Despite that month being a bit mixed, we won a lot of games, and we hadn't really lost many. We'd drawn a couple. But then when it got to the 1st January, you can see 19 goals, 4 assists in 32 games. Prime Lionel Messi on show. Lovely performances from him, carrying the team to what I assumed at the time was a high finish in the table. You see his stamina going down a bit there because, well, he is old at this point. But he is actually carrying us to top spot in the Championship by a point at this stage in the season. And then we went to see where he was on the leaderboard. Is he top of the goal scoring? No, he's been kept out by the real GOAT, Teemu Pukki. See there, as I'm simming through, mixed results again, but mainly wins. That's what we're looking for, mainly wins. End of the season, top of the table by 5 points. Lionel Messi carried us to a title. And then we have a look at his stats. What's he looking like? 27 goals in 54 games, 8 assists, bang on 1 goal every other game. With the 8 assists, brilliant season for him down in the Championship. Nothing less you'd expect. He has gone down to a 91, despite being a +5 in form. Finishes top scorer in the Championship, as you would expect. Nick Powell doing the business as well, I think, from what I've just seen. And then in assists, he was 11th with 7 in 44 games. You know, assisting, not his game now, when it comes to in-game in this save. But goals, he's got plenty. He's got plenty of goals in the locker, and hopefully he can bring them with him to the Premier League. Now, you'll notice that Teemu Pukki was not in that goal-scoring chart. That's the only reason Messi got top goal scorer, because the true GOAT left when it joined Leipzig. And checking on Barcelona, they finished top of the table. But they didn't win the Champions League. In fact, they didn't even get to the semis in the Champions League. And I'm not sure they got to the quarters in the Champions League. No, they didn't. Round of 16, where they lost to Manchester City, getting thumped in the round of 16, and City obviously won the final. But heading into Season 2, Barcelona obviously not doing that badly without him, having won the league. But here we are, heading into Season 2. My aim here was to survive. That's all I really wanted to do. Survive, and then in Season 3 build on that. And then I'd say that Messi could do it on a cold, wet Tuesday night in Stoke. Now, I went through and really quickly adjusted the team, didn't make any transfers across the whole save, but I wanted to make it so that we had the best chance of staying up possible. So I put the best players on, players come back off loan, stuff like that. That was actually John Obi Mikel, the John Obi Mikel, who was in my midfield for the Championship season, but he just got too old and too bad. So I changed the team. The Nick Powell partnership's gone. He's sitting on the bench. We've got a nice little 3 in midfield: Klukas, Atebo, and Dia. And Dia. Why can't I say that name? And Dia. Apologies. I generally can say that name, and I've had a mind blank. Forgotten what I was going to say. But still got Robbie Matondo on the wings, Messi playing through the middle now, solo man up top, and then we got going simming to January. I didn't play any more games in this save, no Premier League games or anything, just to go in, and as you can see, the results were still mixed, but mainly losses. I was worried when I hit January that it was going to be bottom of the table, like 6 points. That isn't the case, but we are still in a bit of a hairy situation going in. But Messi, 10 goals, 4 assists, 27 appearances, playing in a poor team, that's not too bad. And being 34, first season in the Prem, it's really not too bad. Still, obviously, the main man, 7 more goals than anyone else, 1 more assist than anyone else. You know, he was still living life, he was still being a baller. But where were we in the league table? That was what mattered as to whether he could really do it. Obviously, like the performance and solo performance and goals and assists contributed towards it, but mainly it was if he could carry the team. And obviously, if the team isn't achieving anything, he's not carrying anything. But he has so far kept them up in 16th place, 15 points. I think it was 4 points off the drop. Liverpool winning the league as they always seem to do in FIFA, not in real life because they're noobs. But going into this, you can see it was very hairy. A draw, a loss, and then a draw in the final 3 games. I was really worried we got relegated. But if you just seen, I'll let you know in a second. But 12 goals, 8 assists in 47 games means that Messi actually only got 2 goals and 4 assists in the second half of the season. I've no idea. I don't think he got injured because he played 47 games. In fact, no, he didn't because he played all Premier League games, but his form just dropped off completely. And he's down to an 88 now. But we did survive by the skin of our teeth, 4 points in 17th place. Messi kept us up for the penultimate season, as you can see there. Norwich, Watford, and I think it was West Brom, very, very low points totals there, some of the worst ever, I imagine. And then when we went and checked top scorer, Messi all the way down in 23rd, 9 goals in 38 matches in the Premier League, and then he was also in the assists, I believe. Well, I might be making it up. No, 17th place, Stoke City, 5 assists in 38 matches. Not the best, but not the worst. Chelsea do go on and win this Champions League, by the way, although I didn't stop at the right time. Barcelona get knocked out in the round of 16 to Napoli on away goals. No, on 4-3 it was, wasn't it? And then we went and checked the Liga, see how they were doing, see if they could win another title. Spoiler, they don't. In fact, they finished 3rd this season, even though I did, like I said, stop a bit early, so they started the game to play. They did finish 3rd, and then heading into the 3rd and final season, my aim really was to push up the table, at minimum survive again, push up the table, aim for top half. Messi was aging a bit now, and he was getting, declining. He was declining a lot. I think he was at, 85 heading into the season, 86, but there we go, in January, 9 goals, 2 assists in 27 appearances. I went straight into January here, I wasn't messing around. 86 rated, he's practically dead on the stamina, and we were not in a good position league-wise at all. Got me very worried. I was thinking, as I was watching the results, when I was simming them, thinking, crap. They were worse than the season before. We were basically all losses, bar 2 or 3 games, where we won and then a couple draws. But you see, he's 14th in the goal scorers, 8 and 21. It's not bad for an 85 rated veteran playing on his own up front in a Stoke side. But it's not what we wanted, really, from him. You know, from the best player ever, potentially, you'd expect a bit more. But we went simming all the way to the end. You see from these results, I was crapping myself at this point that we would get relegated, because that's 2 losses. It was really mixed going into this. I think we did pick up a win. Yeah, there you go, Crystal Palace win. I think we might have beat Leeds as well. Yes, 1-0, there you go. But heading in, these final 2 months were very ropey, especially that 4-1 loss to Burnley, who earlier beat us 5-0. I don't know what was going on with Burnley in this game, but heading into the last game, we really needed a win, and we came away with a draw. And now you're going to have to wait and see if that was vital to our survival efforts, because at that point, that's what they've become. It wasn't pushing for top half. Where we were in January buggered us, basically. And if you're quick enough to see, you'll see where we came. But first, 11 goals, 2 assists, 46 appearances. Again, second half of the season syndrome for Lionel. Not sure what was going on there. Played every game. 84 rated at this point. He's going down the pan, and we also went down the pan on goal difference. 19th place, and we were 14 goals away from 17th, but only a point away from 17th as well, which is saddening. But I think Messi probably did the best he could, given his age and the team he was with and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, he didn't make it on the goal scorers or the assist charts. It was poor from him this season. And Barcelona went out, got thumped again in the round of 16 by another English side, being Chelsea. Now, in the Spanish league, they once again, and I'm going to spoil it again, sorry, did not win the league. They came second, Real Madrid won. They're struggling without Messi. They got that first league title in the first season, but at the end of the day, can Lionel Messi do it on a cold, wet Tuesday night in Stoke? No, he's a massive fraud who doesn't like football, so he went to PSG. You noob. Messi, you're a noob.